I want you to make sure there's a bottle in the bucket, right? I want you to make sure they're having a good time. I'm DJ Power to the sound. Next to me is DJ Corey. We part of
It's union time. Yo. Welcome back, people. It's another episode of DocuDJ, your favorite, of course, interview series with your girl, Nikki Anticss, highlighting and getting in depth with your favorite DJ and, getting their journey of, them being a disc jockey. So first off, I want to say thank you all guys for tuning in. If you're tuning in right now, wherever you're at, I appreciate you. Myself, Nikki Anticss, big up. I want to big up the whole Rise Radio team. Of course, we're here another week. I'm super, super excited. And yeah, we just going to get into it. There's no long talking here. But as you can see, it's union time. Yo, can I do my own, can I do my own and you can put it on your what you call it?
Yeah, I'm gonna record that one. All
right, say less. But no other than the less, I'm gonna introduce DJ Corey NYC, bigging up New York. Big up yourself, bro. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, Nikki.
Of course. So, I'm not gonna get too much into it, but I met you when I went up to Alfred, and basically it just formed from there, like Mel, he's probably watching right now, big up yourself. He took me up there and was just like, that's the crew, and you are a part of the crew, and as we grew kind of, I've come to admire your DJ skills and, just you overall as a person, because, it's always love. Anytime I see you, anytime I'm having an event or anything you can do to help, I always feel that love, and I always feel that with you. So once again, thank you for being here.
You already know. Anything you need, Nikki.
Thank you. So we gonna get into it, the early days, before, it was DJ Corey, and before you kind of got to that, I want to talk about, your community and where you grew up, and where's your parents from?
All right, so I'm Haitian and Grenadian. My mom's side is actually Haitian. My dad's side is Grenadian. So growing up, I got in touch with the soca side from my dad's side, and I'm here and there with the compa and the zouk on my mom's side.
Okay.
So initially, my name wasn't DJ Corey. I started off with the name DJ Haitian Montana.
Haitian Montana.
Yeah.
Okay. Why? Obviously because of your heritage, but as far as Montana, where did that side come in?
All right, so I got a funny story for you. So you remember back on the old iPhones where when you downloaded an app, you could see how many people had the app? I was actually the third person to download Instagram. And when I downloaded Instagram, at the time, French Montana was going off. So I had the choice to make any name. So I'm just sitting down in the house. I'm like, I said to my brother, yo, Ralph, you ever heard of Instagram? He's like, nah, what is that? And I'm like, I don't know, but I just downloaded it.
So you was before the times, before the Instagram. Yeah. You had an Instagram.
Surprisingly,
okay,
yeah.
Got you.
So I'm like, yo, what should I name myself? Because I don't know what to do. And he's like, I don't care. Do whatever you want. So as that happened, a French Montana song popped up on the radio. And I was like, you see, that's French Montana? I'm the Haitian Montana.
And boom, that's how it started.
Yeah.
It's crazy because every time I ask a DJ, their story of how their name came to, or of, how, they came up with the name, is either a really short story, it was just that, or it's some crazy story where it's just I fell off a bridge and then broke my ankle and then my cousin picked me up and lifted me up and then he called me lift me up. Some crazy stuff like that. So it's crazy just hearing that from you. You also go as your DJ's favorite DJ. Yeah. So how did you come up with that slogan for you? What was the push behind that kind of slogan?
I don't know. That right there is just me hearing all these DJs calling themselves the same thing. They're I'm your favorite DJ. I'm your girl's favorite DJ. I'm your guy's favorite DJ. So I'm just thinking, if that's your favorite DJ, I'm his favorite DJ.
Right. Favorite DJ. Okay. Yup. No. That's different. That's definitely different. And that's why I had to bring it up, because I'm like you said, I've heard of all these other different slogans in that term, and then it's to hear that, it's just well, Well, that's kind of, yeah, like that's your DJ's favorite, whoever it is that DJ, and I'm her, whoever they are, favorite DJ. So that's dope. But, you know, back to kind of like the roots and, you know, your parents, you know, your dad is big top general radio personnel, DJ, S1 on, you know, 107.5.
Yeah,
shout out to Pops. So having that kind of, you know, that role model in the household, what kind of was that experience like growing up and having, you know, that's a big, you know, he's a big deal, you know what I'm saying? But just growing up and as a son and father, how was that?
So growing up, just here seeing my dad, the people he hung around, I thought my dad was famous. Like I thought he was the most famous person in the world. I know my dad is known, but like the amount of fame I thought he had was completely different because he would hang out with other DJs like DJ Self, DJ Enough, a bunch of big name DJs.
Right,
and
right.
I'm like, yo, I hear these names on the radio every day, and they're just here hanging with my dad.
Right,
like,
right.
We're
Crazy.
Rich. We're rich. We have to be.
We rich. Nah, cause you got you know people that's like, yeah, they're doing their things, and you're like, I see you or hear you on the radio, and you're in the house chilling with my dad. Like what? Crazy.
So, growing up with my dad, I've always knew he was a big time like a big time DJ. So every day I would like whenever I would go hang out with my dad or be at my grandmother's house, my dad used to have his studio set up in her basement.
Okay.
So every day we would come over there, and he'd say, "All right, I'm gonna go downstairs for a little bit. I'm gonna knock this out, and I'll be back up in a few." So then he goes downstairs, and it's just mad loud, because that's back when speaker systems were passive.
Booming.
So yeah, you
booming.
To get a good quality vocal out of it, you wanna elevate.
That's true.
So the house is always rocking, and
what was grandma doing? Like, where was she at?
Outside or all the way upstairs.
Okay, because I'm like, I know my mom is not with it, so I can only imagine grandma's like, you know, came in and just like, I'm not with it either.
I don't think that she minded as much as the neighbors did, because he had the house shaking.
Okay.
So from there, I learned two things. One, you always got to practice no matter what, because you don't want to be that DJ to download the wrong song and then walk into the party. And you think you playing the hottest song
That's
out.
so true.
And it's the chipmunk.
It's the chipmunk version. Oh my God.
So always go over your songs. Go over your set before you get to the event.
DJs, tip one. You heard that? Please take note, because that can happen. It almost happened to me. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my gosh. Continue.
So it's that, and then I just heard a whole different types of variety of music. So anything that he was playing, I was jotting it down. So to this day, I have music that is way older than me because I know the impact of it because of how he used to play it, and the crowd reactions he gets when I go to parties with him now. Yeah, I opened up a couple parties for my dad, and he opened up a couple parties for me.
Okay.
That's a big flex for me right there. Yeah.
No, that's lit. And so was he kind of like did he kind of push like that in a sense on you, or was it something where he was just like, this is here, you have access to it if you want to explore it, or was it like, no, you should do this, sit down, try to figure this out?
So I can tell you this, never once did he tell me you should DJ, not once.
Okay.
He wanted it to be my choice, and I'm glad that he decided that, because if it's like parents choose what they want their child to do, and then they'll start forcing on them. And even if they enjoy it, they won't enjoy it as much because it's not ultimately their own decision.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, I just came downstairs one day, and he was practicing, and I'm like, I could do that. And he goes, go ahead, try it. So I tried. It was awful. I almost destroyed one of his vinyls.
Oh.
And he's like, wait.
On turntables?
Yep.
Okay.
First time I ever played was on a big one of the long mixes.
Okay.
And 1200s. So when I did that, he's like, wait. So he stopped me, and he's like, we're not gonna do this today. So tomorrow we going down to the city, and we're gonna buy your own vinyls. So I said, okay. So we went down to the city, and we bought your own vinyls. So my
Okay.
first two vinyls were
Uh
DMX
huh.
and LL Cool J, and
Okay.
that's what I started practicing on the
Wait, what
same
songs?
day.
What songs? You remember?
So I don't remember the exact ones, but it's the DMX album with him on it and it's red. I forgot the name of the album,
Anybody?
but
Anybody know what that album
yeah,
is?
but that was my favorite one to
Okay.
practice on.
Okay.
I destroyed that. Like
Your dad was like, "Listen, you're not gonna touch any of
yeah.
my things. We're gonna go get you your own, and you're gonna destroy that."
And that was a great decision on his part
Yes.
because
Uh huh.
there was no reviving
Okay.
that vinyl. So um yeah, that's
That was
basically
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so it was something that you kind of just was like, "Ooh, that's there. Let me try it out." And then because he kind of was like, "All right, I'm not gonna force you, but here's your own in a sense.
Yeah.
That's something that you kind of took. It was like, okay, I could
Yeah,
do it.
yeah. I decided. I felt like I just made my own big decision.
Uh
So
huh.
even though I didn't continue from then on,
Right.
that happened probably when I was like 7 or 8.
Mhm.
I practiced a couple days and then it kind of fell off. Football season started back up, so I decided I'm going back to playing football,
Right. Right.
and I didn't spend as much time doing it.
Talk about football now. It's something that you when you were in college, even when you were younger, you played football.
Yeah.
What was that like in a sense? Now you kind of not saying that you DJ'd, that was your first love, but you do have a love for football as well.
Yeah.
And how is that now? Are you still playing football, or because you're a big bad DJ now, you can't play football?
No, so football was definitely my first love. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Uh huh.
So I played football since I was 5, actually 4.5.
Okay.
I got away with a little
Okay.
finagling. So I started playing football then, and then I played up until probably 2017.
Okay.
But it changed. It changed around like 2014 when I blew out my knee. So that's when I linked more into the music.
Okay.
So, but because I DJ is not the reason I stopped playing. I rather I know that I'm not gonna take football to another level anymore. So I'd rather go out and help. So right now I coach football at Boys and Girls High School.
Okay,
My free time.
nice. Give back. When we say community, we say community. No, that's lit. That's lit. That's dope. That's dope that, you can't give that time, for but, you can give back and help out. That's dope. I personally love football. It's like one of my favorite sports. I don't watch it as much, but I do enjoy it. Is there any other ways that, besides not playing it and just giving back, do you enjoy football?
Yeah, I love football. Anything that I could do to be around it, I'll try to do it to be around it.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't know, it's a huge part of me.
That's
It's
lit.
a huge part of me.
No, I feel you. So now going into, you kind of having that musical background, and then, your love for football, now going into DJing, what was that now first encounter where you were like, okay, I want to be a DJ? Like, this is something that I want to do.
So when I first came home from college after I blew out my knee,
Uh-huh.
my grandmother was retiring. So my dad was like, "Oh, we gotta do her retirement party,"
Uh-huh.
and he already had a DJ come in, and I'm like, "I want to play a couple songs."
Uh-huh.
So he's like, I'll let you open up for this DJ."
Okay.
And I played,
Uh-huh.
and I knew my grandmother loved her some house music and some soca music. So I did a nice little fusion mix between house and soca,
Okay.
and she enjoyed it.
Mhm.
And I'm like, if I could do this, and I don't really do I mostly by that around that time I wasn't really on controllers or my CDJs or anything like that. I was basically on virtual DJ half the time.
Got
But then I got back
you.
and I'm like, I got Serato. I've been practicing.
Uh-huh.
Let me try a mix with this.
Right.
And
Right.
it came out pretty good. It wasn't the best. Like
Uh-huh.
I I deleted that recording. I like to listen to it to yeah,
Motivate
but I had to
you,
get rid of that.
Yeah, you came up. Don't worry. We don't play like that no more. We don't play like that no more. But that at that moment is the kind of when you were like, like, dang, like I can really do this.
Yeah.
I can really do this. So what was that first gig now? Like when did you get that first gig where it's like you're not playing for your grandmother, you're playing for like a crowd of people. Like what was that like?
It was crazy. So my first couple real gigs was just like house parties.
Okay.
But that's back when I went to Alfred with Shaba.
Right.
So I met Shaba through my RA because when I moved into my new school, I ended up rooming with my RA. It was a weird situation, but that was my guy.
Okay.
So he introduced me to all his people.
Okay.
And his people that he introduced me to was my boy Chevy, big up Chevy.
Big up Chevy.
And Raw, big up Raw too. And Shaba. So when I came outside. He's like, yo, just go to the orientation with them. They DJ and thing. So I'm like,
okay.
Oh, they DJ, I DJ too.
Right.
I think I can hang out with these guys. So I'm over there hanging with them, and not even a week later, they like, yo, we got a party to do. Pull up to this. So everyone's playing, and I'm like, I see how they playing. So I'm gonna play a little different than them. They were playing like a lot of hip hop and dancehall. So I got on. I played old like. Probably like 90s and early 2000s, like real early 2000s dancehall. And I saw how the people was just moving, and I'm like, yeah, I like this.
Okay.
I like this feeling. And from then on, every weekend, yo, where we at this weekend? So I'm just like, yo, wherever we going, I'm playing too.
That's it. Like, I got the wheels turning. That's it. Now I'm on the go. I'm going. Yeah. So as far as that now, when did you change to DJ Corey? Because we know Haitian Montana. That's who we're rocking with. But when was that, or how did that transition come about? Now that you changed your name.
All right. So I think I changed my name going on 4 years now. So initially I was Haitian Montana upstate. I had a lot of events that was just regular. So I'm like, I can deal with this. But then when I came back home. When I came back home, because of my name, I was getting a lot more just Haitian events. I don't mind it. I love playing zouk and compa, but when I realized that all I was getting was the Haitian events, I'm like, I want to expand. I want people to know that I could play more than just this.
Right.
I don't want to be locked into just playing Haitian music all the time.
Right, I agree.
So I changed my name to DJ Corey, and then I thought about it like this. Dub plates would be so weird saying DJ Haitian Montana on it. So I'm like, it works out. It works out both ways. So.
Yo, I'm glad you kind of came to that real life. That's a good thought to think about. Like, you know what? Like, that probably won't sound good on a dub plate.
Yeah. It was way too long.
Yeah. I mean, it could probably work out, but I definitely think that, DJ Corey, definitely more common. Like you said, people kind of pinpoint that you play a certain genre when it's just like you're well-versed in like a whole bunch of other genres as well. So for those that's watching DJs, that's something, to definitely think about when choosing your name is, you want to represent where you're from, but also remember that, that's market. That's how you market. People are going to look at you and be like, okay, well, that's what you are, and put you aside. So that's definitely dope that, you came to that realization then and there. I want to go into now radio, because that's something that you definitely, I felt like, in a sense, in your journey, been with and been doing. So tell me more, about Beatmakers Radio, and which is not on Fridays no more.
Nah,
it's on Sundays.
We moved to Saturdays.
Saturdays.
Radio.
Okay. Okay, and then also you have Music Freaks that you do as well.
Mondays.
On Mondays. So, yeah, tell me about now your radio and what you're doing on the radio now.
So right now, Beat Miners, Beat Miners and Music Freaks both give me the freedom to do whatever I want. So
nice.
I use my Mondays to work on because Mondays for Music Freaks is a clean station. So I work on my library for my dancehall, my soca.
Okay.
And that's where I expand on it.
Okay.
For Music Freaks.
Okay.
And then Beat Miners is a big station for like, if you know the Beat Miners, you know DJ Evil D and Mr. Walt.
Okay.
That's the Beat Miners. So they're big in the boom bap community.
Okay.
So I like to play around. I'll do like a set where one day I'll do a set that's all boom bap. I'll do a set that's hip hop and R&B. I like to see as much as I could fit in on different shows. Yeah,
right,
I don't want it to be the same show every week.
Right. That's dope. And when you're like on the radio, is it something where you kind of feel like, okay, this is something that you kind of want to take and produce yourself as well, like as far as like producing your own radio station or even like a production like this in a sense?
Yeah, I would love to do that, but first thing I gotta do is work on the studio space. So,
Right. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
But I would love to have it so that I can have other DJs come in and play.
Right. I feel you. So I want to go into this topic of the unions, because you know it's union time. I can't wait to make that. Like, you think I'm playing as soon as we leave here? I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna send you a few voice notes, but you tell me which one that you mess with. But as far as the unions, tell me a little bit more about it. And your involvement as far as your dad as well with it. What is it, and what kind of, why did you pursue that to kind of be on that type of within that cast of DJs? I would say that union.
All right, so the union is basically exactly what it's called. It's a union of DJs. So we all get together, and that this is supposed to be so we're unionized basically. So, if they're gonna book one of us, it's gonna be for a standard type of price.
Right.
We're not gonna undercut each other.
Right.
And that.
Right.
So initially, the union started off with my dad, DJ S1, DJ Will, and DJ Self.
Okay.
And then they expanded off of that, so they go by the Club Killers,
The
Union
Club
Killers.
Killers. Okay.
So initially, all of them were just heavy in the club. But then it started changing when Will and Self got on the radio, and then my dad got on the radio. So now they're in both worlds. So
right.
you know that they're rocking the clubs and they rocking the radio. So from then on, I grew up knowing the union.
Right.
So that's from then on. I'm like, yeah. As soon as I realized that I was gonna be a DJ, I knew this is where I wanted to end up.
Nice.
Be a part of the union.
Nice. And who are some individuals that you can name that's kind of like a part of the union? I know my sis Drea, Lady Drea.
Shout out Lady Drea.
Shout outs. Who else can you name that's a part?
Shout out Superstar J. Shout out Novocaine. Shout out Exec, Kevin Crown, Rigo. There's a lot of us. Big Skip.
Bop.
When I tell you it's a lot, we running like 40 deep, and not all of them in New York, in the U.S. Shout out Mr. Play over in the U.K. Shout out DJ Ritz, Celebrity Drew, Canada. We running heavy. We running heavy, man.
Yeah, thank you. Can I turn up his mic a little bit too as well? Thank you. So what are some perks, I would say, to being a part of the union? What can you give me a little insight? Or I don't know if it's top secret, but I want to know. It's definitely some perks to being a part of the union.
So basically, it's more like the respect that comes with it. So you're gonna know that people aren't gonna approach you to play for something that, like, if I get an event and there's a big name DJ on it. You could charge him. They could pay him a certain price, and they'll turn around and try to tell me, oh, we gonna pay you like $50. They know they can't do that to me.
Okay.
Because of what's backing me.
Okay,
right
got you.
So I respect it because of that.
Okay.
And then it's a community. So we over here we share files with each other.
Nice. Nice.
Anything to help each other succeed, we gonna do for each other.
That's dope. That's definitely dope to have. Like, I feel like, the DJ world can be kind of nitty gritty, but I also feel like to have that union and, for your dad to be a part of that, and then his, 2 bedrooms that, he came up with as well or been around, they also believed in that same purpose of making sure that these DJs are protected, because it is an art, it is a craft as well, and you guys take it serious. So that's dope, and hopefully one day, you never know, Nikki Anticss might be a part of the union. I gotta practice. I gotta practice, but it ain't a.
Keep working, take over the clubs.
You ready? That's what I gotta do. I got the advice right here. Y'all seen it here first. If y'all, a few years from now, y'all gonna be like, nah, she definitely did say that. Manifesting. That's what we do. But now, I can only imagine, your schedule nowadays, and you being a father.
Yeah.
Mackenzie, hi, if you're watching right now. She is beautiful and
Thank you.
a bundle of joy. So I can only imagine, your schedule and trying to balance, being a dad and also being a worker, being for yourself, having time to take for yourself as well. How has that balance been since becoming a father?
So the first couple months was a little tricky because when she was born, she was basically born straight into the quarantine.
Wow.
So I had a lot more free time at that point. But when quarantine rules started slowing down a little bit and I was outside more, it was just more of figuring out how I could still do what I have to do and make sure that her and her mom are still good at home.
Right.
I didn't want to leave the whole night and come back and everyone's in panic mode because they couldn't do this and that.
Right. I feel you.
But it's just basically trying to figure out what I have time for and what I could just move to another day.
Right. I feel you. What is it like? Do you kind of like after your gigs, you come home and like if she's up, is it like, is it like, all right, Mackenzie, like let's play, or is it like, come on, we gotta go to bed?
So for a long time, for a long time, she was meeting me at the door. As soon as I walk into the house, I knew I'm not going to sleep. And I'm telling you, I'm walking in at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and she's wide awake. And it's go time.
It is go time. Daddy is home. It's over. He thought he was about to go out to the club and play and come home and go to sleep. No.
But recently she's gotten way better. She's asleep by at least 9, 10 o'clock. But some nights I'll come home a little early. I come home like 11, 12 o'clock.
Right.
And she's still up. And I'm just like, yo, I'm tired. Why are you not?
It's okay. We realize, as we get older, we cherish sleep. So she can, play around now. But, the times when now you got to wake up and go to school and you want to lay in bed, it's none of that no more. You should have went to sleep. Yeah.
Exactly.
So as far as that too, do you think, moving forward, it's going to get easier kind of juggling,
I pray. I pray it does.
Because she's definitely getting a brother or a sister. Gare, I know you're watching. She's definitely getting a brother or a sister. Not soon. I'm not saying when. I'm not going to put it at, but she definitely is. So, I hope that it gets easier for you because, I want you to continue DJing and living your best life as a dad, So, but other than that, I want to go into you being a part of not only the union, but also Team Drowning in the Sound. Big up. Wait, hold up. Y'all thought it was a joke? Y'all thought it was a joke? I bought my hat. Let's get it.
Big up the team.
Yeah, big up the team. Yeah. Represent wherever. I can't right now because the curl's on fleek, But, yeah. Team Drowning in the Sound. You guys are like, it's gal time, brother sound, sister sound. So, I definitely want to talk about, your role in the team and, kind of what you guys how it came to and what you guys got planned.
All right. So, my part in the team, I'm basically a DJ and whatever else is needed at the moment. So I start. I from what I know, Team Drowning the Sound started up in Alfred with my boy Shaba, DJ Power to the Sounds.
Big up.
So he started it off there, and he initially branched out to Miami. So we have not only Drowning the Sound, we have a Miami Drowning the Sound.
Right.
Who's still very active in Drowning the Sound. So initially, when he started it off, it was just at first I thought it was just who we rolling with when we go out of when we go into different schools and we playing.
Right.
But then I realized he was really trying to bring it together. So I'm like, yo, I'm on board for it.
Right.
And when we came back to the city, now we throwing events.
Yep.
We're hosting events. We do anything under the sun.
Right.
Anything to get on top.
You guys are lit, and I tell I'm so proud to see the progress of the team because like I felt like for me and Mel, like we was just like like you have your vision, I have my vision. Like, how we gonna make, how we gonna make this happen? Like, how we gonna make it pop? Like, how we gonna do it? And, to sit back and see the support, not only that, we give you guys, but you guys also give us. It's just beautiful because I feel like it's our babies literally growing together. Like, not actually a baby, but, our babies growing together in a sense. So, big up the whole team, John and the Sound, Steven, big up Sid, big up Veets, big up everybody, big up Mel, everybody, big up.
Big up Ray.
Big up Ray, yes, Ray as well. Ray, he gonna cuss me now because he gonna think I forgot.
That's why I did it now.
All right, Ray. I didn't forget about you. I was going to come back around and whatnot. But I do want to talk about your selections because as you said, and you said it earlier, you're somebody that listens to what the DJs played before.
Yeah.
And you come in with a whole different other, like, oh, you thought I was going to go there. No, I'm coming back, boom, with this. So in a sense, your uniqueness, I do want to talk about your dub plate collection because I feel like when Corey is on the set, he decides to just go and just drop these dub plates one after one, and I'm in the corner freaking out because I'm like, yo, is nobody hearing this? But big up Ron, because Ron always hears it. I could literally always look at Ron and be like,
Facts,
Ron, you heard that? You hearing this? You hearing this? So I want to talk about, your dub plate collection, why do you get dub plates, and what is kind of your favorite dub plates, or even a dub plate story, the crazy story that happened to get one.
All right, so yeah, I buy a dub plate. I try to get at least 2 dub plates a month because I want to build my collection so that later on I could decide if I want to go become a class DJ. I already have a ground. I already have a foot in the ground.
Okay.
So I buy at least 1 or 2 a month. I don't know. I just like how it sounds.
Right. No, seriously.
Yeah, because when I buy my dub plates, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna buy it killing sound version.
Okay.
So
What's that?
Instead of them just throwing my name in the song, there'll be certain parts of the song where they'll change the lyrics.
Okay, so you're one of those. Okay.
Yeah, so
not saying that's a bad thing, but that's got you. It makes sense. I never knew that. Okay.
Because I don't know. I really like how it feels. Just to, I got this.
Yeah.
My favorite dub plate right now is I just got a new one. It's a Nadia Batson.
Okay. What's
Sugar
on?
Daddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I haven't heard anyone play it yet. So,
I haven't heard that song like that either.
yeah.
But
So I felt like that'd be a crazy one on dub, and my guy DJ CJ got it. Shout out to DJ CJ.
Okay.
He had the hookup for me, so
Nice.
he told me how much it was gonna be. I slid the money instantly. I'm like, don't
Okay.
even worry about that.
Boom.
He got that taken care for me.
Okay.
Sent it to me, and when I tell you the quality of it is amazing.
Nice.
Amazing.
So do you usually go to like a certain individual for these dub plays, or is it like kind of like you have to find the links to who has this person?
It depends. If I know someone who's already working with the artist, I'll definitely hit them up and say, can you hook me up with one?
Got you.
But if not, 9 times out of 10, I'm just DMing artists.
Okay.
So I want to know how much they charging, and I'm making sure that this is their actual accounts.
Right.
Because there's a lot of fishy stuff going on the webs right
Definitely,
now. So
yeah.
be careful, protect your money.
Yeah, no, that's true. What's the most you've ever spent like to get a dub plate?
On one single dub plate?
On one single dub plate.
I would say $350.
Okay, not bad.
It's not nothing too bad.
What do you think is your overall spent cost estimate on dub plates?
A lot. Nah, but I gotta be probably like 2,000, 3,000 in. But yeah,
that's not bad.
I feel like it's a good investment. So
I feel like you low key a little bit more in than that. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
That's all I can talk about.
All right, I didn't say that.
That's my limit.
All right. Yeah, 2,000. All right, say less. Okay, cool. What can you tell me, like, a story in a sense of, like, like, was like a hard time to get a dub plate? Because I know, like you said, there's trickiness going on out here. Yeah. So was there ever one time that you, like, sent money and, like, you didn't hear back anything, or, like, you never got anything?
Yeah, They caught me once. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. So when I first got into the
and you don't have to say the artist name, or you don't have to, whatever.
It's like
just
that.
okay, got you.
When I first got into the game of trying to get dub plates, I was getting agencies hitting me up, but I knew of these agencies already.
Okay.
And one of them I already knew of because it's a big agency. So when they hit me up, I was like, oh, they sent me the list of all the artists they have coming through. So I'm like, I want this one and this one. And they said, it's gonna be this much. And I said, I'll send half right now, and the other half when you send the video proof.
Okay.
Because they'll do a video of the artist in the booth.
Okay, got you.
So I'm like, yeah, I'll do that, and I sent my money. And they like, yeah, the artist already did the dubs. I got it right here. Just send the other half. I'll send you the dubs. And I'm like, yo, you said you were gonna send video proof, and they were like, nah, the artist didn't want to be on tape, this and that. So already red flag right there. So then every day they're hitting me up mad aggressive, and I'm like, yo, this is a little fishy. I'm not even feeling it. So
right.
Story short, they like, yo. This and that, and then I ended up reaching out to one of my boys who also gets dubs from the same agency, and he asked the owner, because he's a little closer into the agency than I am. He asked the guy who really runs it if they knew of this person, and he's like, nah, that person has nothing to do with my agency.
What?
Yeah, so then and there I'm like, yo, I only sent a little bit of bread. I could deal without.
Right.
But that's from then on, I know. If they hitting you up first, 9 times out of 10, you don't need that. It's not gonna go in your favor, but definitely protect your money.
Nah, oh my god. I've heard some crazy stories, and I'm just like, I need to get on my dub plate though, like, cause the way I rave about it and talk about it, like, it's like I only got one dub plate.
Which one you got?
I got shout out to my dog Blacka the dancer. You know, he gave me a bust down dub plate.
Oh, that's a big one.
Him and Crossfire, yeah, big up Crossfire as well. You know, whatever. But yeah, I need to get on my. I need to. I know people I can get it to from. So look out. I'm shooting all 2021. I'm on my DJ. Just know.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
We here. It's union time. No. So I do want to get into your SoundCloud and, uploading mixes and kind of like, when you do upload these mixes, is it just live audio, or do you like curate a certain feel or a certain playlist that you kind of want the people to feel when you're uploading mixes?
So right now I haven't been. I've been slacking a little. I say that. So
you've been slacking.
Yeah,
you gotta. I'm be on you DJs. You think I'm playing? I'm like, next month I'm gonna ask you. So where the mix at? Because you say you slacking. It's been a month. But continue.
So initially I was trying to do a mix every couple months, just to keep my SoundCloud up. But I'm in the middle of rebuilding my studio, so all my mixes are just gonna be live recordings.
Okay.
So I'll do them. I'll do my live recordings. If the I listen to everything before I post it. So
okay.
If the volumes are too high or too low, I'll level them out.
Got you.
And then right there, it's going straight up.
Got you. Is there any like kind of mixes you're curating now, or have been curating that you kind of want to put out, like a theme mix?
So right now, I've been building like we were talking earlier. I was building a house crate. Like I want a 2-hour house mix.
Okay.
Like strictly house, because I have a lot of soca, dancehall, and I have a couple hip hop mixes out, but I feel like I could reach a different crowd with this house mix.
Okay.
So I'm putting that together right now, and I'm gonna see what I can do with it.
Nice. Do you think a lot of DJs nowadays kind of like they're afraid to go into like other like genres? Like, you said you feel like you're good in this lane now. I'm gonna try this lane. Do you hear that a lot, or see DJs doing that a lot?
So I wouldn't say that DJs are scared. It's more of DJs want to get booked again. That's the main thing.
Okay.
So
every
DJ is gonna go into a party and they're gonna want to play what they know that they're strong at. So as long as you're playing and so I'm not gonna say that a lot of DJs do this, but a lot of DJs get there right, but there's some DJs that get there right when it's time to play.
Okay.
So they don't know what was played already,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna play their strong suit. And if their strong suit was played right before it, they're gonna be playing the same set.
Right.
So this is mainly because a DJ wants to get booked again. You're not gonna go in there and play around with your set,
Right.
play something that you're not comfortable with.
Right,
because
right.
at the end of the day, you're getting paid
To
to
do.
do a service.
Mhm.
You want to do the best of your ability.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go with your strong suit.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what's going on before you get there, it's gonna seem like, oh, everyone's purposely doing the same thing. But it's mainly a DJ get there right before their set, and because they're coming from another party where they got booked.
Right.
And that's where people would get, oh, all DJs play the same. But
Yeah.
a lot of DJs
that makes sense.
Yeah, a lot of DJs are gonna reach out of their comfort zone, but it would be when they actually see, oh, I can't play this. This guy's playing it already.
Right.
Yeah, so it's just more of a timing thing.
Got you.
Yeah.
So, AKA saying show up before.
You can't even say that because there's DJs with 5 bookings a night.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just like, how do you then like, do you curate your set? Always curate your sets before you go and play?
It depends. So if I have a party like I just did a graduation party on Saturday. I knew it was younger kids, so I knew I have to go in and I have to download a lot of clean music.
Okay.
So I'm up to date on that.
Okay.
So
got you.
I know I'm gonna go through that. I'm gonna make sure I have something for everything.
Right.
But if it's a party where it's like I know it's a fet, I have a lot of different roads I could take.
That's
to,
true.
To please the crowd. So
Right.
9 times out of 10, I'll go there with like 5 to 10 songs that I know I want to play, but like different BPMs, and I just try to fill everything in.
Okay.
on that.
Okay.
Yeah,
got
like,
you.
That's my thinking.
Okay.
My thinking game.
Interesting. Got you. Okay. So wait. So you said you don't have right now anything as far as like you're gonna do this house mix. That's gonna be something.
It's not gonna be next month though. I just have to let you know that.
Because you know I was about to ask. I was like, so that's next month. You gonna do that next month?
Nah, because I want it to be real good quality.
No, I feel you. That makes sense. Do you feel like after that you will kind of be consistent in putting out mixes, or it's just gonna be the same? Like
So
when you feel no pressure, no pressure.
I like the mix aspect, like doing a curated mix as you call it. But my thing is, life has gotten so crazy, so hectic for me
I could only
that
imagine.
to put that time in, it's gonna be. I'll probably do one or two of them a year, because I not only do I, you know how many different hats I'm wearing right now.
Yes.
I DJ. I work full time. I have a child. I coach football. And I own a barbershop, beauty salon.
That we about to talk, we about to get into that right now too,
So just finding time, like and then on top of that, the radio station. So
that's true.
Finding time for all of this is just
taking time for yourself.
Yeah. So time for myself usually gets pushed back to another day. But I'm starting to figure out how I could incorporate all of that together. So if I'm doing a mix, it's gonna be broken down into different segments.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tie it all together at the end.
Okay, got you.
So there's a lot more math work that
then
going into it.
Got you. That's it. Okay. So I do want to get into now, which you said, you're a man of many hats, and one of those hats, is being a business owner. You own your own barbershop and is a hair salon as well. And first of all, that's big. Congratulations. I know I told you congratulations before, but that's definitely huge and something for me to look up to, and I'm very inspired because that's I feel like, we should all own to strive to own something, you feel what I'm saying? And also give back to our community, because that's something that you're doing as well. It's like, that is something needed in our community, to have that space for us to go in, and feel like we can talk to our brothers, we can talk to our sisters, and also come out looking good. So, how did you come up with the idea now of like, I want to start a business, and that being that business? Where did that come from?
First off, let me shout out my partners, Train, Winter,
Bob.
and Dre.
Bob.
Yeah.
Nice.
So initially, it was just Train and I. We were just sitting down. Well, not even. We weren't even in the same room. So he posted something on Instagram, and it was talking about residual income. And I'm like, bro, you and I are on the same page right now. I've been thinking about getting some other source of income too. And he's like, yo, there's so many things that we could do. And I'm like, yo, you know what would be crazy? And this, mind you, this is the beginning of the pandemic. I'm like, you know what would be crazy, bro? There's a lot of nail salons going out of business. Let's just buy one that's already fully furnished. And he's like, yeah. And then we thought about it. We don't know a lot of nail techs that would want to actually like do manicures and pedicures.
Right.
So we like, all right, we'll think of something else. And then one day he just hits me, what about a barbershop? And I'm like, barbershop? That sounds good. Like everyone need a haircut. You need a haircut.
You need a haircut, yeah.
The pandemic not gonna stop you from cutting your hair.
That's true.
So we like, yeah, so we like, all right, who else can we bring in? Because, you know, there's a lot of responsibility.
Right.
And he hits up our boy Dre. And Dre instantly, he was like, yo, if you guys are serious, I'm down. And from then on, I think it took us, 4 months to fully get on the ground.
Word.
We did the business model, everything right then and there. And then we brought on another partner, Winter.
Okay.
Shout out Winter. And she basically manages the store for us, runs it day to day.
Okay, nice.
And from then on, we just seeing where it goes from here. Owning a business is not the easiest thing, but it's very, very satisfying.
Nice. So, I mean, we was just talking about before this a little bit about basically, you know, you having you didn't get a haircut, and is it now times where, you know, as a business owner, you know, like, do you go there often to kind of like see, or is it something that, you know, you kind of have to schedule in and make time for?
So initially, I was there every other day, but in the last month, my life has gotten very, 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 very hectic.
Okay.
So I'll probably go in there once or twice a week.
Okay.
But yeah, I need a haircut.
Nah. But I feel you. You know, you're a busy man, so it's just like, you know, the haircut when it's gonna come, it's gonna come.
Yeah, it definitely will.
Don't worry about that.
Hopefully this weekend.
As far as are you like opening, and like, is there any openings as far as like, you know, if somebody's watching right now, and you know, it's what kind of services, you know, besides barbershop is there?
All right, so we have a barbershop, a beauty salon, and one nail tech right now.
Okay, got you.
So if anyone looking for a spot to go, can I plug my?
Of course, plug it in.
All Star Cuts and Beauty Lounge over is 535 Utica.
Y'all heard it. Go get your nails done, sis. Go get your hair done, sis.
So,
follow them on Instagram.
Definitely follow us on Instagram at All Star Cuts and Beauty Lounge.
Yes. So, you know, being a part of the team, are there any, you know, events coming up, you know, or any events that you're specifically working on to do, or, you know, are you just like, stuff is too hectic right now to even think about any of that?
All right, so Friday we have Power of Punch.
Okay.
So, you know, we gonna have all that information out soon.
Lit.
Yeah.
So tell us about Power Punch. I think that's an amazing idea.
All right, so Power Punch is we initially started it on Wednesdays. Shout out to Team Drown in the Sound.
Shout out.
Yeah. So initially we started it because, you know, you go out to a party, everything's big money. There's big money that,
right.
Big money. There's big money that, and you thinking, how can we give people a good party for a small budget and everyone still enjoy themselves? And we're thinking, instead of selling bottles, you don't need a bottle to come enjoy the fete.
Right.
Just get a cup. Get a cup and enjoy yourself. Yep. So we decided we're going to do a party where it's nothing but spiked punches.
Ooh.
You go buy you go buy it in a fish bowl. You go buy it in regular cups, and you buy your drink, get some food, play some games, and then fet.
That's one thing with you guys. Like, I say a lot that you guys make the experience of, like, we want you to have fun. Some people, they have an event and, it's like, okay, that should be fun. But the people behind it are literally pushing for you to have fun. Like, I want to incorporate all these things for you to see that not only do we want you to have fun, but we want you to have fun. Like, it's I get that sense from you guys. Every time I go to one of you guys' events, it's like, it's fun, where it's either games, it's the vibes, is any of that, all in together. You guys really do put together, when you come together, you guys put together really good, like, collaboration as a sense of everybody on the team. So the even down to, like, the cups, with that, it was just dope seeing, like, the different color punches in, the different cups. And I was just like, wow, like, the simplicity of it, but it's still, it was OD dope. It was OD dope. So, before we wrap up, we got a few more minutes. I do want to get and ask you, if, you had any advice to any, upcoming DJs or DJs on the scene. What is one thing that you kind of want to let them know, or, just kind of something that you've seen going on in that type of, in the DJ world that you, kind of want them to look out for?
All right, so the one thing that I definitely let everyone know is, if you want to be the best at something, you should never know anything about it. So if someone tells you anything about anything, you want to have the ears open and your mouth closed, because there's so many ways to get to the same thing that you don't want to just rely on one way, because you never know when that way's not going to work.
Right. Yeah. That's it. I agree. And to kind of get it into, like, what is something that, you kind of wish that can change on the DJ scene that you've seen, that you just kind of, like, I hope that whoever's watching this can take it into account and just move differently, in a sense.
All right, so my thing is, if you're gonna be a DJ, be a DJ for the people and not for the money, because the money gonna come to you. But if you just go in and you playing strictly for money, and you're not really trying to give the crowd a fun environment, is not going to last long. You always want to make sure that the people that you're playing for, the people that's paying you, is having the best time they can have.
Right. Wow, that's something that, when I played on Thursday, I really paid attention to, the owners and how they were reacting to how I was playing, because, like you said, not only do I want the crowd to have fun, but the people that actually booked me for the event to also have fun as well. So there's a lot of things as a DJ, like, you just have to be and aware of. Like, I feel like every time I do a set, or every time, like, I learn, like, different things, like, and then it's like talking to you guys, like, yep, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, you're learning because you realize that, that's something that, we all do, in a sense. So it's a lot. It's not easy. I always tell people, like, I took my time trying to learn how to DJ, and even to the point right now, I'm still learning and trying to take my time with it. But
never stop learning.
Never stop learning. And I feel like, whether I'm in front of here by myself or with you, something's gonna come up. I'm gonna learn something. Something's gonna pop up. So, once again, thank you, Corey. I appreciate, let the people know where they can find you, and, all your info, your social media, everything. Let them know.
First off, thanks for having me.
Of course.
But, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Corey, COREYNYC.
Yeah, you already know there was another episode of DocuDJ. We gonna definitely do a second part. I'll let you know.
Oh, most definitely.
I told you that, I want to still do my series called Each One Teach One.
Oh, yeah,
so I didn't forget about it. I didn't forget about it. It's definitely, I have the whole setup here, so.
You remember what I told you I was gonna teach you how to do?
To the beat, some beat grid.
Yeah.
Yes. I definitely do remember. So I'm definitely down, to do that. Once I wrap up this season, I'm gonna start filming that too as well, and put a little spin on it. So you guys look out for it. Once again, I'm Nikki Anticss. I'm your girl. It's your girl Nikki Anticss. Once again, DocuDJ. every Monday, 7:30 p.m. here at Rise Radio. We live. You can tune in on Twitch. Episodes will be uploaded on YouTube after this. Make sure you stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram, DocuDJ. So much in store. I got DJ packs coming. I got headphones coming. It's about to get real DocuDJ-ish.
I like that.
In these streets. Just know. Really, really just know. So once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. And again, next week, we will see you guys. I'm not going to say who's going to be on it next week. You just got to tune in and stay live. And I'm going to just play the music because it's Corey's mix. It's Corey's mix. Hey! That was so...
Like piano, up and down, go let's go, back it up, touch your toe, up and down, go let's go, Mission was not on papi show.
Remember.
Push back and wing my body, and when I wing back, control my body. I come in on me band, and I wing on any man. Even if your woman come tell her, she has to wait till I'm done. Back it up on the people, man. Back it up on the people.
Next dance. Show me the dance.
Back it up on the people, man. Back it up on the people, man.
No sir, c'est mes pattes. J'ai bien yon femme, ouais, elle fait six semaines, ouais, les ou j'ai bien wing, ouais, ou ni pour faire comme ça, nous qu'avons bay pattes, les bêtes, tout le monde, ouais, j'ai bien yon femme, ouais, elle fait six semaines, ouais, les ou j'ai bien wing, ouais, ou ni pour faire comme ça, nous qu'avons bay pattes.
Keep dancing now.
Now, touchez tes tout, ouais, touchez ta langue, ouais, now, faut tes boutons. Faut tes boutons, ouais, touchez tes tout, ouais, touchez ta langue, ouais, faut tes boutons, ouais. Make bomba propeller, make bomba propeller, make bomba spin. Make bomba propeller, make bomba propeller, make bomba spin. Sacave, lift your leg, make your knee, touch your head, do that work, make it work, you no sleep in your bed.
Ladies, are you alright with this soca? Are you okay with the soca, ladies?
You wind up and you push it back. You wind up and you push it back. You looking good, you not looking back. You looking good, you not looking back. You wind up and you push it back. You wind up and you push it back. You looking good, you not looking back. You looking good. Let me go. It go tick. On my stick. You come with grip, you come with licks, you come with tricks. You put your hand up on your knee and then you dip. You wind up and you push it back. You wind up and you push it back. You looking good, you not looking back.